So the hot topic for today is ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I was diagnosed as an adolescent with ADHD. So I remember in elementary school, I had to go to the nurse's office, go get my medication during lunch. I really don't remember if it was actually helping me. I had better focus or not, but I was so young. Couldn't remember those things. I do remember though, when I got into high school, I overheard that ADHD medication can stunt your growth. And as a growing teenage boy, well, that starts to become important to you. You don't want to be short. I remember my friends would be going through their growth spurt and making fun of me and my short height. A situation happened in freshman year where I got into trouble with drugs and got expelled for a while. When it came time to have a meeting with my doctor, he pulled me aside and asked if I wanted to be on ADHD medication anymore. All I could think of was it might be stunting my growth, so I came up with whatever he wanted to hear and got myself off the medication. Fast forward to later in life, I ignored any signs of lack of focus and attention by convincing myself it's because I was lazy or not determined enough. This often worked to my benefit because I just work harder to remain focused on my goals and what I wanted. Honestly, sometimes that would work and I'd get through it, especially if it was something I was really interested in, like making music or something creative. Now fast forward even further. I'm now 40 years old, working from home. I heard that what some people do with ADHD is have structures in the life, and now most of those structures I used when I was younger is gone. I don't really make music anymore, and even doing my photography sometimes requires me to force myself to do it. I find myself often looking at a screen of stuff I really need to do and easily get distracted with things I don't. As the new year of 2024 approached, I wanted to make changes in my life. And one was being able to focus back on stuff that I needed to get done. I wanted a new level of attention that I've never had. And so I reached out to my doctor and began the process of getting prescribed medication for ADHD. I was getting tired of not being able to focus on what I wanted, and my previous determination wasn't there anymore. It took a couple of appointments with my doctor and therapist and a month of cleaning out my system, but I now have my first prescription for ADHD since I was a younger teenager. However, this time, I'm not taking the medication because I was told to. I'm taking it because I want to. So there are a few worries when it comes to taking medication. Medication I've been prescribed is Strattera, which is a non-stimulant version of ADHD medication. What that basically means is I'm slowly changing my chemical balances within me to treat symptoms. The concern is if I have an adverse reaction to the medication. It may take some time for the reaction to subside. Well, so what are my expectations? Well, for one, I understand that this won't be a miracle cure. It's not a magical pill just to make everything better. So on my part, I need to put together a plan on focusing and research tips on dealing with ADHD. Which brings me to why I'm doing this. It took me a while to admit that I needed help. I wasn't able to do this on my own, as much as I try to convince myself otherwise. And so finally, I wanted to mention why I'm doing this, why I'm documenting this. So with the videos I watched online, There were some good ones out there, but what I was looking for online was just people's experience with this process as they go along this adventure, if you will. Fortunately, a lot of those videos generally ended abruptly and never really had a full conclusion. And so I'm going to do my best just to document along the progress of this medication and my journey through ADHD, do the good and the bad. So, win or fail. Anyways, wish me luck.